Hello, good evening, my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I, and I am Guy. I'm coming to you live from Applewood Station, where it is minus 4 degrees Celsius and snowing. So, we are here to do what we do. I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't read the upper control panel. There we go. Nope. Hey, Ray. How are you doing tonight? We need music too. That sounds like a problem. You know, though, if really, honestly, if you were an alien over here on the ship, on this spaceship Earth with us, I just hang out with you. We just hang out and it'd be cool. Helps if you spell it right, guy. Hey, Donald, good to see you, man. Long time no see. How have you been? No understanding of compassion or humanity, eh, Ray? Hey, it's McLeod. And actually, it's Guy on the Guy side, not the Can side. Can hasn't been here in a while. But thank you. I do feel like I am looking very dashing. I have lots of good lighting going on now. Hey, Paper Style. Right? It's over once you figure out how to get in here. That's good to hear, Donald. It's been It's been a rougher year than it needs to be. I'm just saying. Yeah, no. It's been a rougher year than it needs to be. Hey, Brent. Good to see you, my friend. Got a lot of traffic tonight. There's like 5 of us on here. And all I'm doing is kanji homework, which is, of course, due at 11:59, and I haven't. That's all right. You don't need to be. Hey, there's no requirement. I'm just glad to hear that you're still okay. That all is good. Let's see. I love you too, man. And actually, I was just saying that to another friend of mine tonight too. I just want you to know that I love all of you guys because, like, I don't think we say that enough in this world. You know, I think we spend a lot of time just kind of being upset and grumpy and things like that. And I think we all need to know that you guys are important. You know, you're important to me. You're important in this world. We've got things to say. We've got things to do. We've got work to do. But I want you to know I love you too. Love all you guys. I don't know though. That alien that's trying to break into my ship. A little worried about him. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my friend. I do. I don't know if I could remember to be fake. Sadly, I think I don't have enough brain power for that. How would I know whether... Huh. I guess. I'm trying to figure out... Huh. I guess I do have class on Monday. That's weird. I guess I do. Huh. Okay. So, is that your goal here? No. That's so brutal, man. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Right, 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 right. Ray is here for the long con. I'm just saying. Why? Why would you do that to me? Why? Why? What? Did I misspell it? No, Michi is right. Why would you just say Michi no Eki? Masugu. Yeah, those kanji is what we're doing here. Hey, Rays. Sorry to hear that, Donald. Well, I'm struggling with Japanese, I guess. You're from Japanese, or you're from Japan. What part of Japan are you from, my friend? If you're from Japan, do you know how to switch the kana IME? I swear. Kyoto. Well, that's good. Yep. Brent is right. I will be heading to Tokyo in December. 20月10 what is the 10th? Oh no. Is it Toka? でしょ? Toka? First 10 days of every language's month. I swear. The first 10 days of the month. Every language. Yes. Yeah. 友達がいる. I've got a friend there. So, hey, Forrest. Yeah, I feel that one. So, yeah. I am. It is. I'm hoping to get over to Nara Prefecture, but I'm not sure. It depends. I've got to see how much money I can scare up because, I want to take the Shinkansen, but it all kind of, I don't know. So I don't know. Do you? Hey, Panda. Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Forrest. Virtual hugs, man. Um, Rise, are you living in Japan? And oh, well, it's good to see you. Or are you Japanese? Because I keep speaking in Japanese, assuming that you. That's kind of a weird assumption, because you may not be Japanese, and therefore. Oh yeah, I love the kimono with the special material. I think that's silk. And why? Well, it's good to see you, Panda, and I'm glad you stopped in before you went to bed. I'm glad to see you as well, Forrest. Oh, okay. So I can speak in Japanese in a little bit, and you'll follow me on that. They are. The processes to make kimono are really, really good. Oh, happy birthday. Otanjobi o omedetou. I'm glad to. Are you enjoying Europe? Yeah, you seem to be very comfortable in English. So welcome to my stream. Panda, I'm doing okay. It's snowing outside here in Denver, but the snow seems to be intermittent. And so, it's a weird, I'm not sure. Like, it snowed for a bit, but it's not staying on the streets. It's just snowing on the. We just have snow everywhere else. So, all right. Brent's birthday is coming up too. So, ooh, you were near Kinkakuji. Man, Kinkakuji is so pretty. I mean, like, all of Nara Prefecture is so pretty. Like, it is a wonderful. I'm hoping to go to. It's still sunny in Cali, but that's probably good. It's probably good. Well, I'm glad to hear. I don't know what part of Europe you're in. I guess it depends on the time of year. If you're from Kyoto, I've been to Kyoto twice. Once I went with my wife, and then one time I went with my dojo, which was a lot of fun. So I'm Kyudoka, and so my Kyudoka dojo all got together, and they all got on the Shinkansen, and we all went to Kyoto, and Sensei told all of these stories that were wild, and so we got to see Kinkakuji, and we got to see what is Inari, the Inari Shrine, and what was the one that's all? It's got so many. Oh man, can't remember now. We also got to see the castle that had the nightingale floors, the ones that squeak when you walk on them to stop the ninja from trying to sneak up on you. So they do have the fast trains in Japan, Donald. Although in Europe, They've got the ICE and the TGV, which are also very fast. I have ridden on both the Shinkansen and the ICE and the TGV. I cannot remember where that castle was, the one where it had the nightingale floors. Good night, Panda. Sleep well. We'll see you around. So, Nicho. Maybe. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Well, see, now you're going to make me look it up. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Because I took pictures. This is me not doing my homework. Come on, wake up. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. In all of Nara Prefecture. So much of Nara Prefecture is full of beautiful, beautiful castles. Oh, where is it? Is it in 09? Maybe it was in 09. It was a long time ago. I was there when you were there. It was a very long time ago, sadly. Well, maybe not a very long time ago, sadly, but still, it was a long time ago. There we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, this is one of my favorite pictures I got. I got this picture here. I love this picture. I'm trying to remember where this was. This was downtown. Well, in the main part of town. But I got the moon caught in the gate. And Jupiter, apparently. Who knew? Osaka is pretty. And we went to Osaka and Hiroshima. I just remember it being very orange. The old Imperial Kyoto Museum. No, that's not it. But it was... Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. And this guy. Just orange, big orange doors. Love that big orange doors. I'm trying to remember where all these places were. It's been so long, I've forgotten so much of this. It's just been... I've forgotten it. Kiyomizu-dera. That's what this is. Kiyomizu-dera. It just took me some time to remember it. At night, that's where we were. Just took me some time. I'll get there. And I had to work really hard because my camera did not want to take pictures at night. It was not happy. It was so dark. It was so hard to see. There's King Kakuji. just way off into the distance, hanging out. Being. Yeah, it is. It's really lovely at night, especially with the spotlights. They had the little like bazaar right near it and everything like that, where you could go through and all the little shops and everything like that. I was trying to find the spotlight, and I kept wandering around the temple trying to find the spotlight. I really wanted to see the spotlight. I didn't, but I couldn't find it. It was hard to get to, I think. Harder to get to than I wanted it to be. That's okay. I feel like we went to... I feel like we went to Kinkakuji the first time. I didn't go to Kinkakuji the first time, I don't think. Right? I tried to find it for you, my friend. I could not find it, unfortunately. Sadly, I could not find it. I don't know why. We did a two-week trip. And then... man. Why am I having such a hard time finding the trip that I went on with my sensei? Kind of makes me worried. I'm worried I lost it somehow. That'd be terrible. Because there's my Hiroshima and Miyajima. Miyajima was beautiful as well. And the deer kept trying to eat stuff. It was very funny. I have a great picture somewhere of the deer trying to eat this guy's map. It was very funny. And of course, lots of pictures of the Yamato Museum. I don't know. And hello, Sarge. I'm hoping that I haven't lost the pictures that were taken when my dojo and I went to Kyoto. We went to Kyoto once and stuff, so yeah. Great picture of a deer eating a map from Miyajima when I was hanging out in Miyajima. The deer are remarkably tame. Remarkably so. That you can just go over and pet them. And often people do. Good night, Donald. I will. I will get an... I hope I get an A on this paper. Anyway, I hope you sleep well. Oh, you. Thank you. Might be a little easier. I appreciate that. It's easier to say to you. Yeah, and I went and... no, those deer have no reason to fear people at all. Not at Miyajima. Which is good. I mean, that's great. I also... that beautiful, beautiful Torii gate. I love this gate. The best part is that during low tide, you can walk out to it, but during high tide, you can't. So you can't get to the gate until low tide. But it's such a pretty place. I tried to take all kinds of good pictures of it. I loved taking pictures of the gate, the signs, with the gate in the background. Oh man, I had way too much fun. And apparently, Miyajima also has cats. There's a cat. Just cats. Just random cats. Another cat. I found cats. Yeah. Oh, yes. As a Coloradan, we don't have, because I'm from Colorado, there are no earthquakes here. This place, yeah, I know, right? Just cats. Just cats. Why are we having cats? We don't know, but it's fun. So we don't have earthquakes. So I was a little worried about the earthquakes at first, but I think what I did was I went and got a Gundam model, and I put it on my TV set. And if the earthquake was bad enough that the model came off the TV set, then I would get worried and go outside or whatever. But as long as the Gundam stayed on the TV set, I got to the point where I didn't care. But I think you should alert her that it will, there are a lot of them. 'Cause if you're not from an area that has earthquakes, you don't know what to do right off the bat. And it's weird. I think, though, more terrifying is other people not being scared. That's the weird part. Because, like, for me, the little teeny Jishin, and it would be like this little teeny Jishin, and I'd be like, oh, okay, this is kind of scary. Maybe I should get into a doorway, or maybe I should get, outside of the building. And all the other Japanese around me would just they'd just keep working, and they'd keep moving and everything. And I'd be like, nobody else is worried, you know. So I think as long as you tell her every time it happens, just kind of smile and nod and go, this is nothing to worry about. She'll be fine. She will be fine. And the earth moves under my feet. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, you were close to Sendai? My school was in Ibaraki. And so all of my friends I had just left. I left in 2009. And so in 2011, all of my friends were still there. And a lot of them were very much in the middle of that. And it was very scary for me too. And I couldn't help them because I was here. I'd come back to America, and I could communicate with them because weirdly, like Docomo was down. So Docomo and SoftBank and all of those, they weren't working, but you could still get communication. So they could communicate, but they had to do it they had to communicate on Facebook, which was really weird. Um, oh yeah, that's really scary, man. That is super scary. I still have a pamphlet that they put on my desk as a teacher that says Fukushima Daiichi is totally safe. When I was there in 2009, they had this pamphlet they put on my desk that said nuclear energy is completely safe and there's no way that anything bad could happen to Fukushima Daiichi. And I'm like, well, that went wrong. So the my really close friends ended up spending a couple of months in Nagano. Like they went up into the mountains to stay away from all of that. Even though my city didn't get hit, like the city that, I mean, the earthquake hit, but my city didn't get the tsunami. So, but it's the same thing. There was an aquarium up in Sendai. And just before I left, I went with my little with some of my friends to that aquarium. And there were pictures of that aquarium just being completely destroyed. Yeah, yeah. That's one of those weird, like, I don't even know. How do you deal with stuff like that? Like, that is so strange. Yeah. Mm. I, no, we went. Was it in '09? I guess it must have been. Yeah, it was. It's so weird. There were a lot of. We would often go to the beach out there in Ibaraki. So we would just head out to the beach and go visit the beach and be on the beach for a little while. And it was weird to think that all of those beaches have been destroyed or were destroyed in the tsunami, and the cities that we went through, the little cities with all the people we met. And it's even weirder to think that some of those people didn't make it, you know? Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, 311 is still a day that I think of a lot. My friends were very scared. There were a lot of friends. One of my fellow teachers had gone through Sendai like 8 hours before. She was heading north to somewhere else, and I can't remember where she was, but she was driving, and so she had driven through Sendai, and she was just in Sendai the day before, the night before, and so she had been in there just 8 hours before, and she was so scared because she was north of the danger area. At that point, she'd gone into the mountains, but she was near Sendai, and or she'd gone through Sendai, and she was through like those little towns that were right around Sendai. That's so weird to think of, you know? I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, it's definitely terrifying. If events hadn't been the way they were, I would have been there too. But there was a my wife at the time, she was American, and she wanted to come home, and because she was getting, she got tired, I think, got tired of being that in that the teacher jobs for Americans, the ALT jobs, they're the same. They're always the same. You know, it never changes. You're always doing the same curriculum. And I liked that, but she didn't. And so I think at some point she really wanted to do something else. And so she wanted to come home and come back to America. But if it had been a different circumstance, if there had been different, if something had been different, I would have still been there in 2000, in 2011. Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. That would have been rough. Yeah. Mm. Sorry to hear that, man. I really am. I'm glad you made it through, though. I'm going to keep talking to you. I'm just going to do my kanji practice while we're talking. And you can make fun of my stroke order. Actually, I'm probably just going to end up doing this wrong anyway. No, I guess we're fine. So it is so weird to think of how close all of us were. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Oh, really, really. This is not an easy kanji. Just saying. I mean, not like any of them are. Oh, I think that my teacher would beg to differ. I appreciate it, but I am trying to remember to slow the brush. And so I've been working on trying to slowly brush slower. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the things somebody had said was when you're especially like when you're doing like Nietzsche and in this instance, like slow, fast, fast makes it look different. It has a different feel. Well, I also think that you do um well, I also think my teacher is being really strict about some of these things. So she's been very. My teacher is from Tokyo, and the thing that's aggravating about her specifically is that she's um, like very strict about accent, and I picked up kind of strange um, accent. Exactly. She's from Tokyo, and she gets on me for my Ibaraki Ben because I've got an Ibaraki Ben. It's just the way it goes. I've got an accent. I picked it up while I was there. I don't mind sounding a little inaka. It doesn't bother me because really, I'm from the city here in America. And see, I'm just not doing as good as I wanted to. That one's not as good. I also have brush control issues in this. But the last time I did this too fast, and she graded me poorly for it. You get a speeding ticket? That's funny. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't funny for you at the time, and I'm sure that was not a fun time for you, and I'm sorry that that was the way you sort of experienced America. What part of America were you in? Look at me getting really small over here. I know that when you were in school, you also had to do this, practicing your. Oh, hey, I see. That's fair. Oh, Mamoru. Except that it's Yoko Tate. Yoko. Yeah. Let's not do that right. Let's do that right. Yoko. Hey. There we go. If you protect the ground, then you have a tempo. Protected ground. This is not long, man. It needs to be longer. Don't go back and rewrite it. She'll just get mad at you for that. Protected ground is a temple. Better. Oh, nice. You also probably find that because of the fact that you were practicing so much in in school, you probably outclass a lot of your peers in playing piano. It's one of the things I've noticed. A lot of my friends who are Japanese, their skill level at, like, especially piano, guitar, things like that, it's usually ridiculously high. And generally, they are also somewhat aggravated that they spent so much time practicing. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That makes you just on the other side of Uchi Soto, doesn't it? Boy, I understand that one. I hear you, my friend. So, one of the other things is that I am studying to be a cultural anthropologist. And Japan, okay, let's get level here, guys. Japan is my area of study. So I've been. That makes sense. Oh, Vocaloid is fascinating, isn't it? That's a really interesting culture. There we go. Oh my god. Why me? All right. Too much of a bend. She's gonna get me on that. Mm-mm. It's funny, she's meaner on me than the other students because dang it, because I've lived there. And so now she's like, you should draw better. You should do better kanji. And I'm like, but you don't hold the other students. You live there. Uh, oh yeah, yaosobi. That's all right. I still cannot spell necessary. That's like a word that for some reason I just can't spell it. I can never spell it. It is always spelled wrong. I'm 50 years old. English is my native language, and I cannot spell necessary. So don't feel bad. Even native speakers just give up on spelling after a while. There's too many S's and C's in there, right? It's like you need to put a C and an S and an S and a C and a CC and an SS, and you're like, I don't even know what any of these are. You know, necessary. Jeez. It's kind of like using the cheat to have your um, phone figure out the kanji for you. See, you and I were in Japan at the same time, right? Just roll a die. We'll roll some dice and see where the C's and the S's go, and hope for the best. Absolutely. Oh man. Oh yeah, I'm just getting wild over here. Gotta lay the brush down hard at the end there. That's what we're after. That's, but I've got to admit though, the red underline is so useful. Well, that's cool. Yeah, goodish kid. I was a junior high teacher, so you might have ended up in my classes later if I'd stayed later. But if you were 9 at 311, then you would have been in my wife's classes because she was teaching as an ALT in um, in Shogaku, but I was Chugaku. Just struggling with this guy. Oh, Horikawa. No, yeah. I mean, obviously, it is a hypothetical because, of course, we both were in totally different places. Because I was in Sashima City, like this character. Anyway, not. It was Sashima-gun. It really wasn't. And now it's not even Sashima anymore. I think it's all now Bando. Like they took all the little cities and they made them into one. They formed Voltron. Horikawa though. Do you know where Iwai was? So if you go west of Tsukuba, so you like go to Tsukuba and then you go almost directly west, almost to the Tonigawa, then you get to where I was. Because you know how the Tonigawa kind of goes sideways and kind of a little bit of an angle. So if you go out Tsukuba, you end up kind of going to the Tonigawa. And then, yeah, I was in that area, out in the middle of farms. There was a whole bunch of farms. That was awesome because I grew up here in city, in the big city, and so I was so excited to be part of a farming community. Like it was so cultural, and yeah, so it would have been more north. I mean, but if you went from Tokyo to Sendai, you would have had to have gone through Chiba and through Ibaraki. So you probably don't know where I was, where I was, but that's okay. I really love Ibaraki. Like I always will, because I live in the city so much. I've spent so much of my life in the city. It's still calm, except during election time when it's not quiet at all. But you feel me on that one. You know that one. You've been there. Election time when all of them come out to talk on loudspeakers in their trucks. We have horrible, horrible, horrible politics here in America, but at least nobody drives through the streets with trucks with loudspeakers. Mm. When you do, my friend, maybe we'll get together and have coffee. Even if you're back in Kyoto. Because I actually want to go back to Kyoto. You can meet my daughter, and she's coming with me when I go to uh, Tokyo this time around. I'm hoping I can go to Tokyo Tower. No, go to Tokyo Tower. I mean, I have simple goals. My goal is to get onto the Yamanote Sen. Like my goals are always very simple. I just love the Yamanote, you know. Oh yeah. That's good. North part of Kyoto is so pretty. It is really pretty. I've been saying that My daughter thinks I'm crazy. So, and she's like, "Why are you so obsessed with trains, Dad?" Because it's a cool train. Yep. That's not good. There we go. Concentrate a little bit more here, guy. There we go. Better. Not yet. This is the first time. She's been hearing about it a lot, and so this is an experience. We had to get a passport and all kinds of stuff. It was great. We've been having so much fun with this one. So it's going to be fun. I've been trying to brush back up on my Japanese, but oh no, but that actually might not be bad. I'd want one of those. So like it's a sound maker and all it does is just play the little train platform noises. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want one. So normally on my thread, I have been doing. That's just kind of cool. Um, Normally on my thread, I do a comic. I've been drawing a comic, and I'm not doing it right now because I have homework to do. So we do the homework first because work first. But normally I do a comic, and I am a fan of machines, and so like all of all of my comic stuff and everything like that is keychain. Oh, keychain. Doko. Doko de kaimasu ka? See, now I wanna buy it. Doko doko. I don't want to know. Did you just freak out? You did. Okay. Well, I'm headed for Tokyo Eki, so I'll make sure I get one. I will come back and I will have it on my keychain. And in January, you'll join the show, and I'll sit here going beep, 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 beep. And I'll be hitting the little music things, and you'll be like, I shouldn't have told him about that. You will regret your choices. My daughter will be like, how? Why did you tell him these things? Be very funny. One nose under a roof. This looks like a sad person. Like he's sad. Right? I will go back to Tokyo Eki someday. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm hoping that a lot of what I will be getting from Miyage will be like little things like that for my friends, because it's funny. Omiyage isn't something that Americans do. However, my group of friends has been so connected to Japanese culture now. That's yeah, right. Just buy a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Um, my friends are so embedded in Japanese culture that now they're kind of like, so you're bringing us back omiyage, right? Dang it. But what if I wanted to just be an American and not bring back omiyage? No. Oh. It's so weird to close that box afterwards. And I guess it makes sense. But still. So Ranma, Rama Nibun no Ichi, is a show that we used to watch, my friends and I used to watch in the late 80s, right? So a long, 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 long time ago. Well, they've just recently made a new version of it. So it's brand new and they're re releasing it right now in Japan. And they're also re releasing it here in America on Netflix. So you can watch it in both places at the same time. So when a new episode comes out in Japan, it's coming out in America at the same time, which is so cool, considering the fact that Ranma was one of the first shows that I ever watched in the 80s. And it's how I got into anime and how I got into um, Japanese culture to begin with, back before it was cool. I'm just saying. But now all of my friends are giving me a list of Ranma omiyage to buy. Oh no. It was wonderful to meet you. Please save my stream, GS Davis Art. This one right here. GS Davis Art. Because if you're on Kayan's side, he may or may not. We both co-broadcast together, my friend Kayan and I. We both broadcast at the same time. But you need to save GS Davis Art because that's me. That's my side. His side may or may not work all the time, but we do that. Anyway, it is wonderful to have talked to you. Arigatou gozaimashita. Hontou ni. Thank you for talking to me for a while. Yes, please follow at GS Davis Art. I don't know why he gets all the people and I don't. Nobody knows that I exist. So everybody who does searches ends up on his channel and not mine. And we're broadcasting the same thing. So I don't know why that's the case, but it is. So, but it was wonderful meeting you. We didn't get to say hajimemashite. Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Thank you so much for being on my stream. And good luck, my friend. I usually broadcast at night, but not always. So, especially if I have lots of homework. So, nowadays, it's more difficult. I. Oh, really? Oh, Yasmin Asai, my friend. Thank you. Sleep well. And thank you very much. I appreciate it. I have not so many viewers, but that's okay. I'll follow you back in return. Cheese it. Oh, both of those are cheese it. Okay, well, I guess it makes sense. If I'm doing one, I'm doing the other. It's map time. Okay. Thank you. Good night, my friend. I'll see you later. Sleep well. And say hi to your respective other for me. For I don't know why. Just seems like saying Yoroshiku seems like a thing. I feel like I need to say that somehow. She doesn't know me from Adam, but that's okay. What? Okay, never mind. And this one always gets me. Although I like this one because it's you can come down here and go up, and come down here, yeah, then here. Oops. Gold and then lost. Lost gold. Lost gold. Lost gold. I don't know, folks. I just work here. Even that's questionable. Oh, that's lousy. That's also lousy. I feel like the kanji are eternal. Leave your horse at the station. Hey, Yap. I don't know. And welcome to tonight's show. Not positive, I guess. I'm not politically aligned with that particular president. So that was not the outcome I was looking for. How do you feel about it? What's your thoughts? Yeah. Colorado. But my politics are complicated. Yeah. What state are you from, my friend? Are you from a state? Are you from a state? Yeah. I'm having a problem writing Eki. That's right. Putting hot lid on a nose over a moon. I mean, you just sit there going, what? You're not from America. Yeah. Well, we voted blue, which is our liberal Democratic side. But I also voted blue typically. Usually I do vote blue. I very rarely side with conservatives, be they American conservatives or Japanese conservatives. I'm not particularly fond of the Japanese conservatives either. I also don't typically side with the Tories. You get the idea. I have been somewhat progressive for the majority of my life. It doesn't matter what country, I tend to go with the progressive sides. And that's because I'm a direct democracy believer. Um, I believe in New Deal politics, which is from one of the presidents of America in the 20s, 1920s, 1930s. No, 1930s, 1940s. I'm sorry. Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He created New Deal politics, which got us out of the Great Depression. Also, kind of got us into World War II, but that's a different story altogether. But yeah, I'm politically, I don't know if I would consider myself, though, um, like, I don't hate conservatives. I feel like conservatives play an important part in our society. I just don't agree with their politics. What they tend to believe, I'm just not aligned with. I'm not aligned with. But yeah, I voted blue, and my side didn't make it in the politics. Curious, where are you from? Yep. And does this play a big part in your world? This is the cultural anthropologist in me that now wants to know how big of an impact will this have on your world, do you think? One thing I have discovered is people who Americans who tend to have lived abroad tend to be blue. We tend to be liberal. It's interesting also because you were asking what state I was from. And it occurs to me that I know all the prefectures of Japan, but that's because that's sort of my second home, obviously, since I'm working on that right now. And it's interesting how much people know about America. And I'm always fascinated by that because I'm not sure, for example, if you were to say France, I don't know the governmental makeup of France, right? And so I wouldn't know if there are states or prefectures, or I know that there are zones of some sort in England. But I don't know a whole lot about the political structure of a lot of these places, right? I find that interesting. And then everybody knows about America. And like, that's weird. I mean, not weird. It's not weird in a bad way. It's weird in a good way. Like, it's interesting. Not too long. Gosh, I hope it didn't scare you away yet. I'm just a cultural anthropologist. Cultures, people, they fascinate me. And so I'm always interested in what other people are thinking or doing, or zap me for that. No, you can do better than that. What is it? I'm trying really hard. There. Why didn't I get my warning? have this vision that Yap is going around pulling people on that road, which would be fascinating. I hope you hit back here at some point, Yap, and you can tell me what your results are. I'm curious. All right. Call this one good. Save as. We wait for the hard drive to spin up, which I don't know why I have to spin up my hard drive to do this. But there we go. Yay! Some important kanji. Like, come on, baby, drive my car. Something, something about driving a car or something. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. If there's any kanji I know how to drive or draw, that's this guy. My favorite kanji. I'm just saying it's Tateyoko. What is it with you? Tate. Yoko Tate. Not Tate Yoko. Yoko Tate. Just saying. Right. I thought one of these didn't go over the top piece. I'm just saying. Okay. They do. They do both go over the bar. Okay. What is your problem? Got this silly hatchet again. What? You can even tell I did it wrong there. Nope. So much better than that. Oh yeah, that was lousy. Try that again. We get to try one more time, this time for Tokyo. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm done. I'm gonna switch back to that button. Not the other button. That was a weird button. I should never push that button. Don't ever push that button again. All right. I am OOH, guys. I'll see you all on the flip side. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm glad that you guys were all here to talk to me. Keep me company while I did kanji over and over and over and over. Anyway, I hope I see you all later. Gosh, I look awfully red in this. I wonder if I can adjust that before I go. I'll do that real quickly. Looking very red. I shouldn't be red. All of my lights are white. So, look remarkably red. Let's configure that video. Somewhere in between there is green. That's about right. Yeah, yeah. Ish. Couple more steps. What I need to do is really take down the saturation a little bit. There we go. You know what I could be? I'm all black and white. Yeah, it's funny, but not really what I'm looking for. Sharp. There you go. Better. Not so brighty. All right. Right? All right. Okay, guys. I'm out of here. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope all is good with you people and everything is fine and we move on tomorrow, and tomorrow is another day. As always, keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye, my friends.